I know with some other teams in the Mountain West that, it seemed like things were a little hectic yesterday with where teams went. I guess it sounded like did that mostly avoid affecting Wyoming at all? And I guess how did maybe not having the Poinsettia Bowl this year affect things?
Well, you had 6 bowl-eligible teams, and there was times during the last 48 hours, I know, where Commissioner was concerned about placing all 6 bowl-eligible teams, but he got it done, and I tip my hat to him because there are 3 teams, if I remember right. I think there are 3 teams that did not get a chance to compete in a bowl game, and that's unfortunate for them, but good for the Mountain West Conference that all of our bowl-eligible teams are playing somewhere and celebrating success.
Is that too, Tom? To get all 6 of them in, and I know there's the sharing of the payouts and all that stuff and money distribution, but does that say something about the Mountain West that it did get all of its bowl-eligible teams into bowls?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Conference USA and the MAC have teams that are watching and are bowl-eligible, and Mountain West isn't in that position, so I think that's a tribute to the kind of football we play in the Mountain West and our national perception. But sometimes there are years when there's going to be teams that are left behind, and hopefully the Mountain West is not one of them.
I guess just timing of this bowl, do you like where it's at? I believe, the time it's on, it's the only bowl game going at that moment. It's on ESPN overall. Are you happy with kind of?
I like the idea of the afternoon game. I think that will drive some viewers, and it's on ESPN. I also think that ticket sales will be improved because it is an afternoon game. It allows your fan base, especially those Wyoming fans that are traveling and Central Michigan fans that got a long way to travel, you can get home the night of the 22nd or get close to home, and that's I think that will help. If we were playing on the night of the 22nd like last year, it's going to be a little more difficult. You're traveling all day the 23rd. So, yeah, we're excited about it. It's all positive.
What have you heard from your colleagues around the league? I know you mentioned CSU played in this game last year about what their team's experiences were, and they have them there for almost 5 days before the game. Just what kind of feedback have you gotten from colleagues about this game?
What we have heard is Boise does a really nice job, and it's important to the city of Boise. It's important to Kevin, who's the executive director. But bowl games are successful when it's important to the community, both the leadership of the community, but the corporate partners in the community and the volunteer base. What we want is our student athletes to feel special, because they should. And I think the people of Boise are going to roll out the red carpet and make the Wyoming Cowboys and the Central Michigan Chippewas feel great. We've heard nothing but that from others who have participated in this game.
Do you have a timeline in terms of when you have to be there? Is it the 17th?
The football team has to be there on the 18th.
Okay.
And most of our staff will be there on the 18th. When I say staff, all the football staff will be there. Some of the support staff will come late on the 18th, and then we have, obviously, we have a basketball game on the 19th, and we have a very important wrestling match against Oklahoma State and Cheyenne. So we're going to have our staff divided up a little bit, and some won't be able to go, but that's just part of working in college athletics.
Is it the downside at all just to go to a location where the team has already played once this year?
I guess you should probably ask the players, but my take on it is we're there to win, and we have a comfort level. We played pretty well at Boise. So I don't think there's any downside to the number one objective is how do we win the game? How do we get to 8 wins 2 years in a row?
You kind of alluded to this a little bit yesterday, Tom, but going back to back, you've seen this program have some highs and been through some lean years, and it's been a while going back to 87, 88. Just what type of a statement do you kind of feel that makes about the football program and the state it's in right now?
Yeah, well, Cowboy football uses a hashtag building something special. I think this is a step in building something special. I mean, what you want to do is you want to routinely compete for conference championships. We've done that 2 years in a row, and we're going to win one. And it's just a matter of time, and I don't think there's any doubt that that's going to happen. So that's exciting. I looked, 1993, Cowboys went to the Copper Bowl, and then until I think 2008, 15 years later, they only competed in one other bowl game. So to go back to back is impressive, and I tip my hat to Coach Blohl and the staff and the young men in our program.
Tom, for fans who can't attend, we are partnering with Big Brothers Big Sisters on some tickets as well.
Yeah, obviously our goal is to get as many fans to Boise, Idaho as possible to support the Wyoming Cowboys, and I think our fans are going to be there. But if for some reason Wyoming fans can't and they'd like to support the Wyoming program, the University of Wyoming, they can purchase tickets through our ticket office, which our ticket office will partner with the Boys and Girls Club, or excuse me, the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwest Idaho, that we are a joint partnership with the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, and you can send some well-deserving young people to an opportunity to go to a college football bowl game, which is really exciting, and it helps the young people and it helps the University of Wyoming.